Erlich of Burns Levinson, who's going to be talking about some innovative programs that are available to entrepreneurs
In small business.
and small business.
Right.
And so why don't we just jump right in? Hi Jesse, how are you?
Hi, very good. I'm glad to be here, and I'm going to try to show you why the government does serve a useful purpose at times.
Just before we start, is it useful to tell us a little bit about Burns and Levinson?
I think it is. Yes, it is.
Then we will do that. Why don't you do that?
Okay, I will do that. Burns and Levinson is a mid-sized general law firm. One of the very interesting things about Burns and Levinson is that it also has a very strong intellectual property section. An intellectual property section that it not only includes lawyers who handle copyrights, trademarks, but we also have a wide array of technology people who are patent attorneys, and we patent and prosecute patent applications in all areas of technology. So we work with small companies and large companies, and because of our size, very, very flexible in our billing structure as well. So we try to help companies be successful and not spend all their money on lawyers.
How did you get to Burns and Levinson? What's your background?
Well, my background is I am a patent attorney. I did work for the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. I'm a registered patent attorney, and then I was also a chief patent advisor for the U.S. Air Force. At that time, I dealt a lot with the government. I dealt a lot in the patent area with the government. And then I was a partner at Perkins Smith & Cohen, which was a small general law firm that had about a third of the people as intellectual property attorneys. And we actually found out that we lacked some of the finance areas and corporate areas that we needed, although we had a few at Perkins Smith & Cohen, and then joined with Burns and Levinson, which I mentioned to you is a little larger, mid-size, about 130 attorneys, and it's been a great merger because we have added a lot of the intellectual property section to Burns and Levinson, and Burns and Levinson has added a lot of the business and corporate and finance expertise to our practice.
That's very interesting. So that leads into a discussion about what kind of governmental programs are available for entrepreneurs and small business, and I understand that you'd like to sort of tell us a little bit about the Small Business Innovation Research, the SBIR programs. Yes,
that is a program by the government which is helping entrepreneurs and small businesses, and it's called the Small Business Innovation Research Program, which is SBIR. There's also an STTR program, which is almost identical, and that involves the partnering of a small business with a research institution, such as a university, for example. So what will happen in that situation, there's funds given by the government, both to the small business and the university, while in the SBIR program, which is the larger program, the program that most individuals are familiar with, that is very, very well funded by the government, and there have been a lot of successes. Many of your large corporations today, Fortune 500 companies, have started as small companies through the SBIR program.
How do you get started with an SBIR program?
Well, the SBIR program is actually run by numerous agencies in the federal government. The two big funded agencies are the Department of Defense and, I'll say NIH, or Health and Human Services. For example, the government has about $2.5 billion now available to entrepreneurs and small businesses. Over $1 billion of that is to the Department of Defense, which are the various agencies under the Department of Defense. And then NIH is probably around or maybe $700 million. So those are two big agencies. But there are many other agencies, NSF, Homeland Security, Agriculture. NASA is another large agency that funds small business and entrepreneurs as well. And they give out solicitations, and you as a small business or entrepreneur will apply and submit a proposal to the government.
I remind everybody that this